Hey, what's going on in the trucking industry, man? Hey, man, I just want to make an announcement, man. Brokering is the biggest organized crime in the world. It's the biggest organized crime in the world. It was designed by a group of people, man, to make profits off the back of others, off the backs of others. People that don't own a truck, they basically brokers. Where basically what they do, they selling you a load for the price for a rate that they think that you should deserve to run that lane. And I've had brokers tell me that, oh, you feel like it's not a full truckload, so I'm to pay you. Hey, either way, you still need a truck. It's crazy, man. They have regulations on fish. They got regulations on fish. I mean, it's seasonal. You know, red snapper, trout, drum, whatever. You know, bull reds. You know, you got a certain bag limit. There's no regulations on how much that these brokers can steal. There's just no regulations. This has to be the biggest organized crime in the history. It's an organized crime. It's basically these people don't own the truck. We own the trucks, and the shippers give them a load and give them a quota or whatever, and these brokers are taking 40 to 50%. I've seen it. I've actually ran a load one time, and I spoke with the customer. The customer was on the job site, rich guy. And the rate that we got, it was pretty decent, but come to find out, the broker had stole half of the money. Half. Broker had stole half. So saying that to say this, man, you know, if you can survive, you can survive. I'm not telling you to get up out of it, but if you can survive it. If not, man, you know, just try to refrain from taking cheap freight. I know a lot of you guys got truck notes and, you know, high bills and a high lifestyle, but you know, what's going on right now is a lot of people is fighting against each other. Drivers are fighting against each other. You know, we as truck drivers are driving the rates down because soon as someone take a cheap rate, they don't want to pay no more. They know, hey man, we got somebody. I've heard brokers say, hey, you don't take it, somebody else gonna take it. Look back on the board, it's gone. So you know, we beating ourselves. We need unity, and you know, it's a lot of guys that's in this game that don't know numbers. They don't know numbers, and that's the biggest problem. A lot of guys are taking this freight and running these lanes, and they don't know numbers. They just taking it to survive. You know, it was a boom last year in 2022 and 21. Everybody went and got trucks. Now it's not a lot of freight. The reason why it's not a lot of freight because production is down, manufacturing is down. A lot of people not doing business with the United States. This war stuff, all these sanctions they got on these countries and all this and that. A lot of people don't want to mess with the United States. So, you know, it's out of our hands. You know, the government, the reason why all this stuff is messed up. Nobody want to ship. If you don't have people, you know, doing business with the United States, and we not getting a lot of freight. Production is down. So the only way to survive, man, is, you know, to either put your equipment up or just run smart. Run smart. It's okay to say no to some of these, you know, stop going to areas where they don't have freight. Because everybody complaining about, oh, I'm not taking $1 a mile coming up out of, stop going down now. Stop going to Florida. Stop going to New Mexico. Stop going to Utah. Stop going to Colorado. Stop going to all these places where they don't have no freight at and they want to charge you. I mean, they got $1.20 a mile to get up out of there, 80 cents to get up out of there. Stop going down there. Like I tell the broker, hey man, you go get a truck and you run 1,000 miles for $1,800. You do it and see how much profit you get about. Then it's heavy and you want to talk. I do flatbed. So man, saying to say this, man, everybody stick together. But yeah, brokering is a big scam. It's a scam. It's a big organized crime, man. Like I said, came up with a group of people to make profits off the backs of others. It's a big organization, and it needs to be investigated because no way. Okay, think about a basketball agent, Rich Paul, for LeBron James and all them. In his contract, it says that, hey, if I go get you X amount of millions, I get 5%. They know what the contract is negotiated, right? So why, when we get loads from these brokers, the shippers, they tell the customer, they tell the broker to move their load. We don't know how much they actually paying. You know why? If it wasn't fuckery going on, then that information would be disclosed. You know what I'm saying? You know, you should know. But it's all these in between the lines, because you know why? It's a lot of people getting paid off that. Double brokering is another thing too. Landstar notorious for it. Notorious for it. I had to jump off a load one time. Hey, I was like, hey man, it's not y'all load. This is B Mac load. Or Bennett Motor Express load, I mean. It wasn't even a load. So double brokering, and the brokering, man, these they not transparent, and they trying to beat a quota. They taking more than they're supposed to take, you know, but it's no regulations on it. So no FMCSA, whatever. Nobody seems to know what's going on, because it's a big money thing. Everybody's making profit off of it. So why change it when, you know, they donating these millions to these non-profit organizations that they own under a different name, like TQL. They donate all this money to their own businesses, you know, to Moves of America. That's they, you know, it's a big game. And all the big fish, they know what's going on, but nobody gonna say nothing about it, because, you know, and truckers make the world go round. You know, we do a lot, you know. So it's just a big scam, man. It's a big organization, big organized crime, man. It needs to be investigated federally, like to see how much these people taking. These people are really breaking homes, driving, you know, families, putting people out of business. You know, guys, you know, think about the guys that, you know, that turned their life around. This is devastating and heartbreaking. You want to come out here in the world and do it the right way. You know, you want to do it the right way, and you know, you're a law-abiding citizen, and you want to feed your family the right way. But you got people legally robbing you. But you know, it's not a crime. It's not a crime when they let them legally do it. But if you go but if you go somewhere and you and rob somebody it's robbery by conversation. That's actually a case. That's actually a felony, robbery by conversation. So basically what these brokers do, these brokers lie to you, we don't have that much in it. That's robbery, man, by conversation, because you're lying. For one, you're lying. You intentionally, willingly, and knowingly lying. You know that these customers are paying you to move this load. It's all inclusive. They don't want to pay you a top fee. They charging the customer for top fee. They charge the customer if you got to do chains, if you got to do all this, any extra thing that you do, the brokers are charging the customers, but it's not passed down. And I've caught so many brokers lying. And I do a lot of like talking to customers, you know, trying to get my own customers. I got like 2 right now. You know, I got 2 direct shippers I deal with. But these customers would lie. I found out that, hey man, I found out that one load I was doing, I ended up talking to the guy, we established a relationship, and I started running this freight directly. Man, this broker was beating this dude behind over the head, beating him over the head, charging him all these top fees and all this and that, and stuff didn't need to be talked and none of that. But they, you know, trying to give me a crappy rate, and I just went through the guy myself. You know, gave him my business card. Hey, look, I got my own authority. I can run freight for you directly. Give me a holler. Dude trusted me, seen the way I work. You know, give me loads every now and then. He don't have them all the time, but when he do got them, he called me. So man, if you can establish a relationship with you know, with some of these customers when you go there, man, you know, you're a business. You're a business. You can go in there and talk to the logistics department. Sell yourself, man. If you get these brokers out your way, you can see all the money. A broker was stealing $300 from me. Now I get it all. He was taking $300 out the load, and I'm doing all the work. Now I'm getting the full amount. You know, so and y'all do just, you know, run, man, run. You know, come up with a strategy. Run unorthodox. Run unorthodox, man. That's the only way you're gonna make it. You know, I understand everybody trying to stay close. That's why the rates are low up close, because everybody trying to stay close. You got to be willing to do. You got to be willing to do what everybody not willing to do. If you know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. You got to be willing to go that extra mile. You got to be willing to sleep in the truck. You got to be able to really to run the mountains, make them give you $5, $6 a mile. You know, do what you got to do to make it. But at the same time, don't sell yourself short. Y'all keep on trucking, man. God bless.